Christmas Eve basketball. Also for some, happy Festivus for you. Two teams about to air their grievances out on the court before Santa brings his jolly body down the chimney for the Christmas season. Upper Sandusky looking to get its first victory in Northern 10 play, taking on a tough Mohawk Lady Warriors squad. We got all the action coming your way 2 days before Christmas on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, with pregame coming up next.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We welcome you inside the Avita Home Health and Hospice pregame show for this December 23rd contest, the final live stream before Christmas here on the OH Report between Upper Sandusky and Mohawk. Hello, everybody. My name is Travis Berardi alongside Josh Banks, and back here on the mountaintop on this final Northern 10 weekend basketball day before the holiday. And it's an interesting matchup between these two teams. Mohawk, a team that, finished towards the top of the conference last year. Upper Sandusky, who did finish at the top of the conference, but, lost a couple key players. They're still trying to find their identity.
Yeah, Upper trying to figure out where they're at as a team, really trying to make things cohesive and come together. And Mohawk on the other side loses their big post and Emily Klopp, and they're trying to find her replacement as well. It should be an interesting contrast here of which team can figure it out. And like you mentioned, Upper trying to get their first N10 win of the season.
And let's unwrap the team spotlights of the Lady Warriors of Mohawk here this afternoon. They are 4-2, 2-1 in conference. That lone conference loss in overtime to Carey, 39-35. They're averaging 42.7 points per game, only giving up 37.5, 38% from two, 31 from three, 47% from the free throw line. There's some areas that they can get better at, but they're a good squad nonetheless at 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 is a great record to have going into a deeper part of the season, but they're going to have to play the likes of Winford twice. They're going to have to play Colonel Crawford. They're going to have to play Upper Sandusky again after today. This N10 conference this year on the girls' side is absolutely loaded.
And taking a look at the player spotlight for the leading scorer for the Lady Warriors so far this season, Josie Granata, the senior, averaging 9.5, 2.5 assists, 2.8 steals per game. Her numbers are pretty much like the one of the players on the other side, Grace Walton. She leads this squad and has done so far a really good job for Mohawk.
Yeah, balanced attack. She scores. She gets the assist. She plays great defense. From what we understand, she's going to have the very difficult job of guarding Grace Walton today.
Let's take a look at the keys for Mohawk real quick. Contain Walton. Grace Walton, the main scorer. You contain her, you're going to have a good chance of winning. And it is the season of giving. Give some charity. Spread the wealth. Get a balanced scoring attack, and you will have a good shot against the Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky today. And there is Holden Daris talking about sportsmanship. I like that this year that they are bringing students in to read this off instead of just, your PA announcer. It gets more people to watch it, and I like how you need to have some sportsmanship, especially in high school athletics.
Yeah, it's been a different kid every night so far for Upper Sandusky, too. It's been really fun to watch, and getting these kids involved in sportsmanship and teaching them what high school athletics are supposed to be all about. It's been amazing to see Upper Sandusky do.
So we are moments away from the national anthem here. I want to welcome everybody watching live and free this Saturday afternoon. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. We'll shout you right back out. But now, let's send it down to the floor for the playing of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Back here in the Avita Home Health and Hospice pregame as we take a look at the home team on the scoreboard, the Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky. Under head coach Jerry Vent, 3-4. They are yet to get a win in the conference so far this season. Lost 3 of their last 4 games. Yet to break 40 points on the offensive average. They're at 35.4. They're giving up 37.1. It's good defensively, but they still got to score the ball. 39% from 2, 35% from 3. They have good shooting, but they turn the ball over too much.
Yeah, they turn the ball over way too much, and they're one of those teams where you've got to find that second option to score the basketball. And we're hoping that today it's this young lady right here.
And our player spotlight, Ellee Ham, sporting the nice Santa hat today, just like me, here at the mountaintop. This season, 6.1 rebounds per game, leading the squad. She's 48% from 2, but she doesn't get the ball a lot. She only averages 3.6, so hopefully they can get that balance. As you see her getting announced right now as we take a look at the keys to victory for the Lady Rams of Upper Sandusky, and one of them is find that balance. If you can get Ellee Ham up there in the scoring column, if you can get, Walton to get hers, if you can get Finscali, Newman to get some scoring. They'll be good. And less than 12 turnovers. This is a team that turns the ball over about 20 times per game. Got to keep those numbers down if you want to win.
Keep it under 12, find balance, get Addie Newman involved. She was one of your top scorers last year, along with the likes of Cadence Iles and Valoria Stowers, who you lost to graduation. Have her find her rhythm to go with Grace, to go with Ellie, and to go with a new starter in the lineup today, Madison Hart. Use your bigs, take advantage, and we'll see where it goes from there.
And we are underway. Lady Rams win the tip. And immediately, and a last-second change, actually. Bailey Fox not in the lineup. It's Brooke Finscali.
And a last-second change, actually. Bailey Fox not in the lineup.
As the first turnover of the game. So after the turnover, Mohawk with its first possession, a 3 in the air, in and out, but an offensive board by Mia Miller.
It's going to be an offensive foul. She lowered her shoulder as she got that rebound. Great rebound there by Mia.
In the air, in and out.
Too aggressive with that shoulder.
Board by Mia Miller. It's going to be
So the first turnover against Mohawk. Both teams with one turnover. Make that a second turnover against Upper Sandusky. Yet to get a shot off here in the first minute. Allison Russell looks to get inside. She does get it to Miller. Triple teamed, and she traveled. So both teams, 2 possessions. Both teams, 2 turnovers.
Great defense so far by both teams. However, we just talked about this with our keys to victory for Upper Sandusky. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. You're not going to be able to keep it under 12 at the rate you're going, and it's going to make it struggle to win this ball game.
3-quarter court press, nearly gets the turnover, but the Lady Rams able to break it. Newman into the lane, kicks it over to Finscali. Tough one-handed shot, no good. Rebound to A.J. Chevalier, and Mohawk back down on their end. Minute and a half gone by, still scoreless. Josie Granata, our spotlight player, backs it out and resets the offense. A 1-4 look. Miller gives it up. Then back out to Chevalier for 3. Just offline. Rebound to the Lady Rams.
Long rebound, bounces in the Lady Rams direction. Good shot.
Looking for the trap, but Walton breaks it. Gets it inside. Layup good. Ellee Ham.
There's that balance. Grace Walton, a great pass down low over top of the Mohawk defenders. Finds a wide open Ellee Ham.
First points of the game, it's 2-0. Klaus gets it inside. Layup attempt, no good, but Miller will go to the line for 2. So take a look at the foul.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there defensively by Ellie. She's got to kind of just stay straight up. You can't come down with that swiping motion with the hands, as Miller's going to step to the line for 2.
8 of 15 on the season so far. Misses the first. First foul against Ellee Ham. Second free throw, gets the lucky bounce. It's 2-1.
Upper going to look to push, not even allow Mohawk to set their press up.
Newman into the lane, gets it back over to Ham, then back outside. It's Grace Walton. She'll reset. Madison Hart gets into the jump ball situation. It'll be a turnover on Upper, their 3rd. So a slow start for both sides. 5 combined turnovers here in the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, Upper struggling to break the press, forcing some passes, and that was just the ball held too high after she caught the pass in the high post.
Russell gets it to Miller, top of the key. Now to Granata. Lady Rams in that man-to-man defense.
Aggressive man-to-man.
Switch off there, loses it out of bounds, but they say last touched by Ellee Ham. It'll stay with Mohawk.
Yeah, Upper Sandusky switching all screens. They're trusting Ellie to be able to keep up with these guards, and right there she slides her feet, does a great job of poking it away.
Looking for the inbounds, and it will go out. Was it last touch by anybody? No. Another turnover for Mohawk.
3 turnovers for each team now.
Nice breaker there. Layup good. Addie Newman on the board. It's 4-1.
Grace finds Hope Morris, who sees the backdoor cutter, and Addie Newman. Great job of breaking that press.
Down the other end, deflected off. Out of bounds. We take a look at the tail end of that bucket. Great job by Upper. Quick ball movement. Open player underneath. Hoop 4-1.
Yeah, find the early opening in that 3/4 court press that they're doing. They want to trap right at half court. Find the early opening, move the ball quick, and it's going to get you an open layup almost every time.
Granata can't find anything. She'll back out for a second and give it away. Chevalier nearly threw it away. Into the lane, runner off the glass, won't go. Rebound to Upper Sandusky. Quickly ahead, Madison Hart gets it in. Her first field goal, timeout, Mohawk. It's a 6-1 start for the Lady Rams.
And how about the assist, sharing the wealth by these Upper Sandusky Lady Rams so far here in the first quarter.
Newman, Ham, Hart, field goal each. 6-1 start. As Mohawk just, tough for them to get any shots inside because of this defense by Upper Sandusky.
Yeah, they're playing a really tight man-to-man defense, and like I said, they're switching everything. They're not allowing, they want to set a screen with Mia Miller. They want to get a switch onto a guard and have her post up, but they're switching that. They're trusting their guards to be able to play defense, and they're having somebody slide down to help. And they're just rotating perfectly so far here in the first quarter.
Mohawk gets the inbounds on the full court press, easily breaks it. Good passing, and that is how you break the press right back at you. Miller has all 3 points. It's 6-3.
And it's a great find by Gracie Klaus.
They get a bucket out of the timeout and an Upper Sandusky turnover. And just like this, with a 3, they could tie things right back up.
And we've already seen them hoist up a couple. They're not afraid to shoot it. As Bryn Cundiff's going to check into the game. She's become one of the bright spots for this team in the playing time that she's got.
See if she can add something here for the Lady Rams, leading by 3. And there is the 3 in the air, and just like that, we're tied up. Klaus hits the 3. It's 6-all.
Yeah, Gracie caught it, ready to shoot, put it up as soon as she caught it, had a hand in her face, and it didn't affect that shot at all.
A 5-0 Mohawk run. Kick back out. Walton's going to try to answer just off the left side of the rim, and a rebound to Mia Miller and Mohawk. Quickly ahead, Granata. Nice pass. She'll get an assist on the hoop by Gracie Klaus. She has 5 straight for Mohawk, and just like that, a timeout Upper.
Mohawk gets their first lead of the game. And our 2-player spotlights, Ellee Ham has 2 points. Josie Granata has yet to score, but her last 2 passes have been beautiful. The find for Gracie Klaus on the wing for 3, and then that bounce pass. Grace Walton tried to stay home and not let Granata get the layup. Instead, she finds a bounce pass to, again, Klaus, who has 5 early points here.
Granata in the last 2 plays, offensive plays, has tied her season average for assists.
Can't ask for much more out of your point guard, and she's a long guard, too.
A 7-0 run by the Lady Warriors. Now we'll see if Upper can answer out of their timeout. 3 minutes left in the opening quarter, 8-6 Mohawk. Newman gets it to Walton. Inside off a couple legs, and they'll say it's a turnover again for Upper, out of bounds to Mohawk.
Upper really trying to feed the post, which is a great move by them with them playing two bigs tonight. But they can't force it, and that's what they're doing right now. They're forcing it, which has led to 5 Upper Sandusky turnovers.
Inside to Miller. Kicks it out to Chevalier. Deflected off of her and out of bounds. It'll stay with Mohawk.
Substitution for Mohawk, number 11, Aubrey Godfrey.
Aubrey Godfrey checks in, the first substitution of the day for Mohawk.
See what Aubrey can bring to the team off the bench.
Inbounds, stolen away, a Mohawk turnover. Grace gonna pull up for 3 and hits it.
She had no doubt in her mind when she shot that ball that it was going in, and that's Grace Walton that we've seen all year.
4 Lady Rams in the scoring column. They lead 9-8 here with 2:20 left in the first. On the other end, a couple bounces and a bucket for Klaus.
She's got an early 7 to lead the game in scoring so far.
Today I'm going to call her Gracie Claus, though. She's dishing out the gifts of points for the Lady Warriors. 7 for her, it's 10-9. Skip pass inside now to Ham. Works her way back around the perimeter. Double team, and all she can do is throw it off the knee of Godfrey.
An aggressive defense being played by the Lady Warriors. As Addie Newman's going to check back into the game.
Inbounds to Walton. And she hits.
When she starts to feel it, you better watch out.
Walton with the 3. Back-to-back threes for her. It's 12-10. Answer for Mohawk, too strong, and who has the rebound but Grace Walton. Back she comes on a 6-0 run herself, kicks it back out to Newman. Now into the corner, Kunda for 3. It's raining threes like snow at the North Pole. 15-10.
That's what Kunda brings to this team. She's only a sophomore, but she'll catch it and shoot it. And that's 3 consecutive triples for the Lady Rams.
Upper Sandusky basketball at its finest. Mohawk with 40 seconds left. Looks like they're going to try and press the issue. Possibly not going to hold for the final shot, but we'll see. Klaus. She scored the last 4. Nearly turns it over, and they do. Mohawk with the turnover with 25.1 left in the quarter.
And that's Upper Sandusky switching everything. They're not worried about their guards going down in the post to guard Mia Miller.
Lady Rams will get a foul, only the second against Mohawk. It's going to be the first on Klaus.
A little too aggressive on the sideline. Good defense, got up into her body. It's going to get called 9 out of 10 times.
So that'll be the second foul against Mohawk in the quarter.
As Hart's going to check back in.
Hand off to Grace. Back over the Finn Scully. Final 10 seconds of the quarter. Brooke into the lane. She'll get fouled on the floor. That'll go against Mohawk. That'll be the second on Mia Miller.
That's their big post that's done a great job down low so far rebounding the ball. Now you got to be careful with her with 2 here in the first quarter.
And they will sub her out as Katie Woodland checks in.
The freshman.
Walton gets it in. Hart, tough shot short, and it'll go out of bounds to Mohawk with just under a second left. This will be a catch and release heave for Mohawk, and
Not
they won't
even
even
gonna
do
shoot
it.
it.
That'll do it. First quarter in the books here on the 23rd of December. 15-10, Upper Sandusky leads after one. We'll be back.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Second quarter action underway here from the mountaintop. Travis Berardi alongside Joshua Banks. A good ending to the quarter has Upper Sandusky up 15-10.
Yeah, 3 consecutive triples by the Lady Rams to make this a 5-point game. 2 of those coming from Grace Walton.
That's Ellee Ham handing off to Walton. She'll try another 3. Yep. 3 threes for Grace in the first half. She's got 9. It's 18-10.
It looks like the ocean to her right now when she shoots the basketball. She misses her first, bangs the next 3.
8-point lead. Runner too strong, rebound to Upper Sandusky, but they give it right back on a turnover. Chevalier backs it out. Skip pass nearly stolen. Take it in and banked off the glass. Josie with a little kiss for her first points, 18-12.
Josie kisses it off the glass, a perfect shot.
Addie can't finish on the other end. Rebound to Mohawk. The Quest Federal Credit Union ATM, the bank, open here a little later so you can get that last second withdrawal before the holiday. We'll get a jump ball. It'll stay with Mohawk here with 6:30 left in the quarter.
Interesting jump ball that was between her legs and not in her hands. Grace got a hand on it.
Did have possession between the legs. Forces the non-change of possession, but now the arrow will point to Upper. Right side to AJ. Kicks it back out to Josie. She's going to try the 3. Yep. 5 straight for Josie. 5-0 run. It's 18-15.
And there's that length I was talking about. Gets a little bit of separation. Knocks down the triple for her 5th straight.
Finn Scully picks up her dribble, gets it over to Grace. 5:50 left in the half. Walton on the fake back door. Too short, though. Rebound the Mohawk, and they're out and running. Woodland. She'll try driving. She'll scoop it up, but too strong. Rebound to Upper. Had a nice take to the hole, but just a little bit too much on it.
Great aggressiveness there.
Wide
Nobody
open. The
stepped
seas
up.
parted for Ellee Ham. Santa came early because that was a gift of an easy hoop. It's 20-15.
She looked to pass and then looked up, seen a wide open basket.
Granata has scored the last 5 for Mohawk. Dishes it off, though. Into the lane, floater short, but we're going to get a foul on Upper on the rebound.
It's going to be a Madison Hart. That'll be her first, team first.
Of the second quarter. So both teams have gone on runs here so far in this one. Upper Sandusky with the upper hand by 5. Klaus. Give her another bucket. 9 points for Gracie Claus. And on the other end, a great take by Grace Walton. She'll get 2 free throws after the Mohawk foul.
Yeah, Allison Russell just couldn't quite stay in front of her. Grace went right around her, went up for the layup, but on the other end, it looked very similar to the Ellee Ham bucket. Gracie got around her defender, and the seas parted for a wide-open layup.
Walton short on the first free throw. Walton, a 54% shooter. 54.5 technically. But now at 50%, 6 of 12, and she makes the second to get that average back up.
It's not very often you look at stats and see a young lady shooting 54% from the free throw line and almost 50% from 3 on the season.
What a difference 3 feet make. Mohawk looking to answer, down 4. Walton nearly got a trap right in front of the hoop, but too strong. Rebound. Fought for, rolling around, pinballs, and it will stay with Mohawk. It is the season of giving, but both teams wanted to give it to each other, and it finally goes out of bounds.
Kind of let it go between all their legs there. Nobody made an attempt for it.
Also, in soccer, it's called a nutmeg. That's a holiday spice. Klaus pulls up, hits the 2.
She's in double figures already. She's got 11, and she's been their go-to basket so far here in the first half.
Nice pass inside, and Upper gets it right back. Ellee Ham with her 6th point. 23-19, 3:40 left in the half.
The find by Hope Morris there. Got inside the paint, dished it to Ham on the left side for the finish.
Down the lane, another shot, but off the side of the backboard. An offensive rebound won't go. A second offensive rebound, no. A third. Mid-range jumper, in and out and then in. Finally, they get it to go. Woodland with her first points after 4 rebounds. 3 offensive.
3 offensive rebounds, 3 missed shots, and then it finally goes down on a shooter's touch roll for the freshman Woodland.
Russell's going to be called for her second foul. Upper looking inbounds. Off the fingertips and stolen away. Turnover by Upper into the lane. Layup, yes. Klaus again with the steal in the hoop. We're tied at 23.
And she's got 13 of the Lady Warriors' 23 points.
Averages 5 a game. Another turnover. Russell dishes it off. Layup. Mohawk leads again.
Gracie
Who
Klaus.
else? Almost another turnover. And they're going to get Gracie with her second foul.
Definitely a good call. Almost offensive, though. Right here, you're going to see kind of swing that elbow through. Probably could have been called for an offensive foul there. Officials seen it differently. And now Gracie's got 2, but they're going to leave her on the floor. She's got the hot hand. You almost can't take her off the floor right now.
Well, 2:32 left. 2 fouls, it's okay. If that was her third foul, then you'd probably be taking her out. Hand off to Walton. At the free throw line, kicks it to Finn Scully. 2:20 left in the half. Hand off to Grace again. Nobody Gardner. She's going to try another three off the side of the rim. No good. And that's a travel. Another turnover for Upper. That's their 10th of the half.
We had mentioned keeping it under 12 to win this game. They might be over 12 in the first half by the time it's all said and done.
Only thing that's helping them, though, is the 2 extra threes that they've made so far.
Absolutely.
Mohawk by 2. Gracie. Now to Chevalier. Yet to get into the scorebook today. She averages 8.2 points. But hasn't had to because Miss Klaus has taken over. Pulls up, and she's got another.
Gracie Klaus is feeling the hot hand right now. That was a confident pull-up jumper from the right wing.
17 of the 27 points comes from Gracie Klaus. And another Upper turnover, offensive foul.
It's the second on Ellie.
So with 85 seconds, Mohawk with a chance to extend its lead. Moving screen, they're going to call.
A 17-8 second quarter.
Chevalier gets it back out to Klaus. Down to a minute left in the half. Backdoor jump stop shot short. Rebound to Upper. But they give it right back.
Gracie thought about that heat check, but that's going to be a travel.
Both teams with a turnover there.
Josie Granata comes in for Gracie Klaus. And for Lady Rams, Spherion is in the
Gracie's going to get a well-deserved 48-second break before the halftime.
Plus the half. Finn Scully. Back to Walton. Offensive foul. Another player control foul on the screen.
Getting their hips too involved, not standing still. They're trying to get Grace open, and they're not doing things properly to allow it to happen.
Final 30 seconds of the half. Ball deflected, but back into the hands of Granata. Chevalier switches the screen inside off of Upper Sandusky. It'll stay with Mohawk with 11 and a half left. There was a lot of hands in there, so I'll give it to the ref to make that call.
Looks like there was 3 or 4 sets of hands in there on that one.
Granata into the lane, maybe deflected, gets her own rebound. Chevalier with 3, 2, drives it into the lane, step back. That's an offensive foul to end the half. We'll see if the referees put any time on before.
foul on Mohawk, number 3, AJ Chevalier.
Into the half.
And that's the half.
And that's the end of our first half of play. Mohawk 27.
So that'll do it for the first half. But Mohawk, a 17-point quarter, gives them a 27-23 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Avita Home Health and Hospice halftime report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned, so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Thank you to our amazing sponsors who allow us to do what we do live and free here on the OH Report. Wilson Tire Company. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire Company is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor. Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Sycamore Telephone Company, STC proudly offers fiber optic internet in the Mohawk and Upper Sandusky communities. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors since 1970. And of course, Spherion Mid-Ohio. Let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Again, thank you to these amazing sponsors who allow us to do what we do here at the OH Report. We'll be back with halftime stats after this break.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned, so you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Back here in the Avita Home Health and Hospice halftime report. Your score at the break, 27-23 Mohawk with a run at the end of the half to take the lead. Travis Berardi back here with Josh Banks at the break. And it's been the game of runs. Mohawk out early. Big three-point barrage by Upper Sandusky to get the lead back. And then Gracie Claus, as I'd like to call her today, Gracie Klaus, taking over with 17 in the first half to give Mohawk the lead back.
Yeah, 17 of their 27, more than half of their points, and it's been by layups. She's made 1 3, and it's consistent shooting for her.
As we take a look at the stats, once again brought to you by Avita Home Health and Hospice. 10 twos, most of those, well, 7 of those coming from Gracie's layups. In there, 2 threes, she added 1 as well. On the other side of things, 5 twos, but 4 threes by Upper Sandusky, 3 from Grace Walton, 1 from Cundiff. However, 12 turnovers have been the problem for the Lady Rams. 12 turnovers to only 6, and about 4 of those came early in the first quarter from the Warriors. They really cleaned things up since that first 4 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see how these Lady Rams come out after a conversation from Coach Vent in the locker room. How do they turn things around? What do they do to slow down the turnovers, which will then slow down the fast break opportunities for these Lady Warriors, which is how they've got a lot of their points so far.
Scoring individually for both sides. First for Mohawk, Gracie Klaus, a game-high 17 points thus far. Josie Granata with 5, Mia Miller with 3, Katie Woodland with 2 off the bench. As for Upper Sandusky, they're led by Grace Walton's 10 points. 3 threes and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Ellee Ham with 6, Bryn Cundiff with 3, Addie Newman and Madison Hart with 2 apiece. Score by quarter, 15-10 Upper after 1, 17-8 Mohawk second quarter for the 27-23 lead. Mohawk also all 4 offensive rebounds.
Mohawk doing a great job of getting backside rebounds, boxing out on the offensive end, Upper Sandusky not allowing them one-shot opportunities. They're getting offensive rebounds and layups, and you can't continue to allow that to happen if you're Coach Vent and the Lady Rams.
As you take a look at our fan zone, give us some comments, give us some shout-outs. What gifts are you looking forward to possibly getting on Christmas Day? And also, what gift would you get of our own Adam Thompson? It is his birthday today. He's a happy 32 years old or something like that. Happy birthday, Adam Thompson. Give him some shout-outs here inside the fan zone. That, and let me know what would you like for Christmas? What would you like Gracie Claus to bring you for Christmas? Because it seems like she's driving the length of the court, and she could drive the world right now to get layups. Out of the start, an offensive board, the first one of the night for Upper Sandusky, turns into a bucket for Madison Hart, and a good start for the Lady Rams.
Much needed first basket here in the second half for Upper Sandusky. Cuts it to 2.
See if the Lady Warriors have an answer here. Granata in the corner, Walton guarding her. Will reset about 40 seconds into half number 2. And a turnover. Stripped away by Walton. She's handed the ball back. In the corner, spins, and will back out.
Kick. Grace trying to get it on the opposite wing to Madison Hart. Kicked by Mohawk. It'll stay Upper Sandusky basketball.
This is not soccer, so that does not count. Nice ball movement, though, for Upper, trying to get it inside. Hart with the move, kicks it back out. They're going to try the other side now. And Ham, not Miller. Miller's on the other team. Walton kicks left side. Finscully. Skip pass. A little more patience here on this possession by Upper. Good bounce pass inside the Walton. They'll continue to move it around the perimeter.
Mohawk playing this trapping 2-3 zone. Feed the post.
Ham up and under, back outside. Newman back to Ham. Layup, yes. Or Hart.
She's got 6 The two bigs.
Two bigs
with
with
6
6
apiece.
each. Yeah. Tie game at 27. A 4-0 run to start for the Lady Rams. Lucky break for Mohawk, but can't get the bucket to fall. Upper with the rebound and a chance to take the lead back. Quick pass up to Finscully. She gets it to go. Brooks' first points, and Upper has the lead back, 29-27.
Three-quarter court pass from Grace Walton. Chest pass leads Finscully right to the basket.
Granata with an open lane ties it back up. Her 7th, 29 all. As Upper quickly across half court, and we'll get a little hand check as we take a look at the foul on Granata.
A little bit too aggressive with the hands. Move your feet. You can keep your hands out. You can play handsy. You just got to move your feet and keep your body in front, and they probably don't call that.
5:33 left in the third. We're tied up at 29. Skip pass, right side, Finscully. Little too strong, but an offensive board by Newman. Passes it in. Layup good for Ham. She's got 8, and Upper has the lead back, 31-29.
That backside rebound is open rather often.
Second offensive board for Upper. That'll be a jump ball, and it'll stay with Mohawk.
With this zone that Mohawk's running, it gives the chance for a backside rebound.
Lady Warriors will inbound underneath the Upper basket. Inbound to Miller. Only 1 field goal so far today for her. And we'll get 2 free throws coming up.
Great job by Mia to get inside. Step through,
Euro
almost
step.
finished.
That'll be Ham's 3rd foul.
Short on the first. Miller will shoot the second.
She's 1 of 3 so far, looking to get back to 50% on this one. And she does. Nothing but nylon. First point of the second half. It's a 1-point Upper Sandusky lead. Under 5 to play in the third. Right side, they left Walton open, and she makes them pay. Her 4th 3. She's got 13. It's
Cannot
34-30.
give her that much space ever.
Inside layup right back at you as Godfrey gets her first points. It's a 2-point game once again.
Cross-court pass again from Grace to Newman in the corner.
Upper has really been pressing the issue on these inbounds. Rejection. Mia Miller returned to sender. Mohawk looking to tie or take the lead here on this possession. Granata, a deep 3. Can't get the bounce, and we'll get a foul. And if that's against Mia Miller, that is. It's her 3rd.
Ellee Ham and Mia Miller, the 2 dominant bigs so far here in this game, both with 3 fouls apiece early in the third quarter.
And both having to take a seat. Newman, up and under. Back out. Now to Grace Walton. Under 4 to play in the third. 2-point Upper Sandusky lead.
They're trapping every opportunity they get out of this 2-3 zone. In the corner, the short corner, 2 people are there every time to trap it, which doesn't allow that cross-court pass to the open person.
An 11-5 quarter so far. And we'll get a timeout by head coach Jerry Vent. 11-5 the score in the quarter. 34-32 and a great start by Upper Sandusky. They've been playing smart basketball. They haven't been turning it over. They're getting good looks. And the patience has paid off.
1 turnover so far here in the second half for Upper, which is the key for them. Run your offense slowly, don't force bad shots and don't force bad passes, and this is what they're capable of.
Lady Rams looking to get its first win in Northern 10 play before the Christmas break. And once again, this is the final OH Report live stream before Christmas, but we'll be back on the 27th right back here. Upper Sandusky hosts a really good Bellevue squad. Walton into the corner. Newman fakes the 3. She'll drive it in and kick it back out. Right side, that's Cundiff. But nearly turns it over, but a good play by Finscully not to foul and get it back. Walton, closely guarded, gives it up, and we will get a hand check foul. That'll go against Gottfried, her first. Team's third.
Could see that new OHSAA rule come into effect here in this third quarter. 3:13 left, 3 fouls. Only got to get to 5 to go to 2 for 2 shots.
Newman. Nice take by Newman on Festivus.
Foul is on Mohawk number 3, AJ Chevalier. That sends Addie Newman to the line for 2 shots.
And Newman. Hello, Newman. Welcome to the free throw line.
57% on the season.
Drains the first. It's a 3-point lead.
Best free throw shooter on the team this year so far.
Got them both.
And she shows why.
4-point Lady Ram lead. 3 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Granata gets to Klaus. Had a great first half with 17, but has been shut down thus far in the third. Behind the back, lost it, and then fouls. So it's a turnover and a foul against Klaus, and that is her third.
And that's going to send the Lady Rams to the line for 2 shots for the rest.
So that was the 4th foul. They just didn't put it up on the board yet. Now It is the 5th.
2 shots for the rest of the quarter for the Lady Rams.
Brooke Finscully, her first free throw. She's 3 of 8 from the line this season. Make it 4 of 9.
Knock this one down, get yourself to 50% for the year.
And we'll get a sub as Mia Miller checking back in. The head coach Natasha Mulholland, seeing this game maybe starting to slip away a little bit, has to put their main post presence back in. In and out, and just like that, Miller gets the board. Five-point Upper lead. Klaus out to Chevalier. She's going to drive it in, loses the handle and turns it over. Newman now weaving through traffic into the lane, scoops it up and in.
Addie Newman with that right-handed scoop. She's got 6 on the evening as well.
Balanced attack tonight, or this afternoon, by the Lady Rams. And a timeout, Mohawk. An 11-point advantage in the quarter. We accidentally didn't get the first 2 points by Upper, so it's actually a 16-5 quarter. But nonetheless, this reminds me of Upper Sandusky basketball from a year ago, Josh.
Absolutely. They're taking advantage of turnovers. They're forcing the pace, but they're not making bad decisions. So one thing we've seen in that first half was they wanted to force the pace, but while forcing the pace, they were forcing passes, which led to those 12 first half turnovers. We've got under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, and they've had 1 turnover so far in the second half. If you're Coach Vint, whatever you said in the locker room has worked to absolute perfection, and you want to hope you can keep it rolling through the rest of the second half. And if you're Mohawk, you got to start feeding the post. Get Mia Miller involved. Work
Absolutely.
inside out. Let Granata get a couple open looks. Let Klaus get a couple open looks. But work inside out.
Speaking of Grace Walton, a great game. Lisa Walton watching from Placida, Florida. Probably a little bit warmer down there. It's not bad out, actually. Although I don't know about 50-degree weather on Christmas, but better than -2 what it was last year.
I believe at one point the week of Christmas last year, we were -30.
Yeah, wind chill was. I saw today the Weather Service put out 1 year ago. It was -2 in Mansfield as the high. Turnover on Mohawk. A tough break there as it was unforced.
And that's what we've seen so far here in the second half. You've seen the turnovers increase for Mohawk and decrease for Upper. And that's what's led to this 7-point advantage that the Lady Rams have now built.
Two minutes left in the third, 39-32 Upper. Finscali forces it. Rebound out to Mohawk. Chance to get some momentum back here on this possession. Nice backdoor cut, but even better defense by Newman. Threaded the needle inside. Somehow Gottfried was able to get that, and she'll go to the line for 2. Look at this pass, Josh.
Yeah, threads the needle through 2, 3 white shirts. It's a great pass by Granata and a great catch by Gottfried to be able to catch that and go up strong through the contact.
Fouls on Walton, her first, and finally back on the board is Mohawk.
6 of 14 going into that one, so now 7 of 15. Again, a chance to get to 50% on the season with a make here. And she does. 8 of 16 on the year now is Aubrey Gottfried.
And just like sending Santa a letter asking, you shall receive. Skip pass, open 3, too strong. Rebound Mohawk.
Mohawk's going to look to push now, not let up or get set up.
Russell with the smart jump stop to keep the strip from happening. And they'll set up their offense. Granata. Fingertip catch by Russell to maintain possession. Gets it back to Granata. Step back. 3 in the air. Deep 3. Hit nothing but backboard. And then deflected out of bounds to Upper with 53 seconds left in the third.
That's almost a forced shot there by Gracie. Heat check. I heard the bench and coaches telling her to shoot it, so she shot it. She had a hand in her face.
Yeah.
If you're Mohawk in your current situation, you have to get a better shot than that to end the third quarter.
They do get a trap. And we'll get a timeout by Coach Vent. So he saw that Newman was trapped in the corner, gets the timeout before she lost the handle.
Yeah, you hear Coach Mulholland over here saying she didn't have possession. Didn't quite hear when Coach Vent asked for that timeout.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. When did he call timeout? When was he giving it? That's the whole.
3 officials on the floor. He's in one ear saying timeout. We can't hear that. We can't see that.
No.
And it's, again, it's such, being an official in high school sports is so difficult because you have no way to communicate with each other.
No. Taking a look at the Upper Sandusky student section. They're all in the Christmas spirit today. They must be looking for some last-minute deals on their cell phones right now, you know. It was the 23rd. One-day shipping. Either that or they're on our fan zone commenting. Why don't you comment, folks? I know there's probably a couple of our bosses out in Colorado right now on vacation watching. Hello to you two and family. Nah, they're probably out snowboarding or skiing or something anyway.
I presume it's a white holiday in Colorado.
I don't know. It was funny. The one time we had a blizzard here, they had warm weather on Christmas. Cundiff. Wide open. Finn Scully gets the bucket.
What a pass from Bryn Cundiff. Ball fake, drive to the hoop, bounce pass. Something you don't see very often anymore is a well-utilized bounce pass.
All 5 of Brooks' points here in the third quarter. 10 seconds left in the third. 7-point upper lead. Mohawk looking to get back on the board before the buzzer. They can't, and we'll get an over-the-back call against Godfried. Or an into the back, I should say. There's no such thing as over the back. So now, again, 5 fouls, so we'll get free throws.
We were kind of talking about this before the game.
I don't know about this rule. I know you don't.
I'm not a fan of it. I was here last night for Upper Mohawk, and Upper had a 3-point lead. 5th foul happens. They step to the line. They miss the first, which at that point would have been in last year's rules a 1-and-1 situation. You miss the front end of that. Mohawk gets a rebound down 3. Instead, you miss the front end. You make the second. You go up 4, and it's a difference maker in high school sports.
If they want to do something like that, make it 5 fouls or 5 fouls and a half, maybe 1-and-1 or 7, or make it 3 fouls and a quarter or 1-and-1, something like that. Nonetheless, she gets both free throws. Upper extends its lead to 43-34 as we head to money time.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Fourth quarter action underway. Upper Sandusky with an 8-point lead with 8 minutes to go. Travis Berardi alongside Joshua Banks as the Lady Rams look to get its first Northern 10 victory before the Christmas break. And not the way to start. That's only their second turnover, however, of the second half. After starting the third quarter off with a turnover. So maybe it's a good sign the way they finished the third.
Miscommunication there from Grace. She thought that they were going to come out to help her.
It was her setting up to get the pass instead of the back door, yeah.
Yeah.
Mohawk needs some buckets here. Get some momentum back. Missed the pick and roll, though. And it's stripped away. Another turnover.
Grace Walton with another steal.
Back to Grace. One-handed pass. She turns it over, and back comes Mohawk.
Our second consecutive turnover here to start the fourth quarter.
Russell gets it to Granata. Now to Miller. Klaus still hasn't scored here in the second half after 17 in the first. Miller. Now to Klaus.
Feed the post, work inside out.
Almost turned it over, but it came right back to her. She's now trapped in the corner. Almost throws it away. Ball deflected, still on the ground, and Upper's out of bounds, and a break for Mohawk there.
Potential turnover for Mohawk.
Watch the smart play, too, by Russell. She stayed on the offensive end of there, so there wasn't a backcourt violation.
Stays on the offensive end, and it ends up forcing a body onto Ellee Ham, which causes her to fall while attempting to get that loose ball.
Out of bounds, so it will stay with Mohawk. Woodland fouled on the floor. That'll be Bailey Fox's first foul.
One thing Upper's done very well so far in this game is they have stayed out of foul trouble as a team. Ellee Ham does have 3 as a person, but as a team, they've not committed very many fouls at all.
Granata gets the hand off to Klaus. This time she will drive it and kick. Miller inside, short, gets her own rebound.
Travel.
But then turns it over on a travel.
Great catch in the post entry by Mia Miller. Unable to finish the first time. Does a great job of getting the offensive rebound. Instead of going up strong after the board over the smaller defender, she tries to drop step, drags a pivot foot,
she
and
established
it's a
her
turnover.
pivot foot, then picked it up and took that extra step. Yep. 6 minutes left in regulation. Into the lane, too strong though, and a rebound to Russell.
It's almost a forced shot there by Ellee Ham.
And with a 9-point lead, she doesn't have to do that. On the other end, Allison with her first bucket of the night. And we'll get a timeout by Mohawk.
30-second timeout after the bucket. You're down 9, or you're down 7. We're in a situation where that forced shot by Ellee Ham on that last possession, too quick, slow down, run some clock, and get a better look. She had 3 Warrior defenders in front of her when she took that shot. Coach Vince probably telling them right now, run the offense, get a layup, get an open 3. Let's not force anything so we can leave here with that first conference win. Just like their boys did last night in the win over Mohawk. They get their first conference win of the season.
5:46 left. This game's still within reach, though, for Mohawk. As we're probably going to go down to the wire here. A 1-2-1-1 press.
She steps out.
And a turnover, so they get the turnover on the press. Can Mohawk get back-to-back buckets for the first time since quarter 2?
Looking to cut it to 5.
Klaus out front to Granata. Thought about the 3, instead gets it inside. Miller too strong. Walton with the board. Throws it away.
Her 3rd turnover of the quarter. The 4th of the quarter for the Upper Sandusky Lady Rams.
After only 1 in the 3rd. Nice backdoor to Klaus, but she can't handle it and turns it over again. Newman with the steal.
Slow the pace down. Don't force anything.
And a hand check. That'll be the 3rd on Russell.
It's Miller and Russell and Klaus. All 3 with 3.
Yep. Chevalier and Gottfried both with 2. Granata with 1. Walton. Another hand check, and that's the 4th on Russell.
That's good defense by Russell. She's moving her feet.
There's not much there. On that replay, there is not much there. And it's way too early to be thinking that Mohawk's trying to intentionally foul.
Absolutely it is. Trap the corner. Get
And
another
they
turnover.
get the steal. Turnover Upper, but given right back. Second time that's happened this afternoon.
Grace plays the passing lane, gets the turnover right back. Addie Newman.
Nearly walked, but got it away beforehand. Back to Walton. Under 4 to play. Scully with an open 3. Big bucket for Brooke.
She's got 8.
All in the second half. 10-point lead for Upper. Outside looking for an answer. It's short and rebounded by the Lady Rams.
Addie thought about a catch and shoot there. Wisely pulls it back out.
Walton on the elbow. Give and go. Back out to her. Dagger? You bet.
Dagger, Grace Walton. That's a clutch 3 for Grace.
Her 5th 3 of the night. All 5 field goals are 3. She added on a free throw. 13 points. It's a 13-point lead. Correction, she has 16. Klaus gets her first field goal of the second half, 20, and then a turnover, and just like that, it's back to a 10-point game.
Grace just made a great pass. She had Madison Hart wide open. Madison wasn't even looking for the ball. 5th turnover. 4th by Walton here in the 4th quarter.
So Walton with 16 points, Klaus now with 20. Now Klaus has it. Thought about the deep 3 for a second. She'll back it out and reset. 2:35 left. Waiting for the screen. Switched. Scully flicks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Mohawk.
Great job there by the Lady Rams of staying back, getting a hand on the ball. But one thing that's interesting to me is they're playing the same handsy defense that Mohawk is. And we're not seeing.
Yeah. They're also able to get their hand on the ball, though.
Great pass. Mia Miller finishes.
Her first field goal of the second half. It's down to an 8-point game. Into the lane, kick back out, now to Walton. Mohawk needs another stop and bucket here.
They want to trap in the corner.
They get it, and immediately Coach Venn will call a timeout.
If you're Coach Venn, keep the ball out of the corner. You've seen this whole 4th quarter. As soon as the ball touches the corner, they're trapping. Try to keep it out of the corner. If you get it there, it needs to be for a layup or a quick catch and pass back out to the opposite end. Because holding that ball in that corner is going to cause more and more turnovers, which is going to allow these Lady Warriors to feel like they're going to be able to make a run here. They're only down 8. This game's not out of reach yet.
Take a look at some of our fans here today. One final chance for you folks to get into the fan zone. Leave some comments for us, some holiday wishes if you'd like. We'll put them out on our fan zone on this final live stream before Christmas. .41 the score with 2:02 left.
Big possession here for the Lady Rams.
Lady Rams not only looking to get back to 500, but they get to win number 1 in the Northern 10. Newman has a lane, but smartly kicks it back out. And now we're going to have a good old game of keep away. Only 2 fouls in the quarter against Mohawk. They have 2 to give before sending Upper to the free throw line. They're going to have to start fouling here now with 94 seconds left. And there is the foul. It'll be the 4th on Klaus.
Yeah, it's not exactly the person you want fouling to Coach Mulholland. You got to tell somebody else, hey, go get the foul, because that's 4 on Gracie. She's your leading scorer.
And there's another foul. That's the second of Granata. And just like that, Upper's a foul away from free throws. That's going to go off of Upper. Mohawk gets the turnover.
It's a big turnover for the Lady Warriors.
Klaus got her hand in there and was able to deflect it off of Newman. .120 left. Mohawk needs to score quick. Klaus, give and go, deflected away and taken away. A turnover. Number 16.
Gracie's going to pick up her 5th.
And she will foul out with 20 points.
Coming in for the Lady Rams, number 10, Ellee Ham. Replacing Madison Hart.
So a tough break for Gracie today. She leads the way so far with 20 points.
Gracie does everything right offensively, plays great defensively. And Addie's going to miss the first. And this is what we were talking about. You're down 8. That's normally the front end of a 1-and-1.
Yep. And instead, it's 1 of 2. Mohawk needs to get a shot off. You're down 9. Under a minute to go. Takes it into the hoop. She puts it up. No. Gets her own rebound. Offensive board. Miller too strong. And finally, Upper comes out with it.
And
Walton.
I don't see a foul coming by Mohawk here.
And there is a foul. That'll be the third on Gottfried.
Fouls on Mohawk, number 11, Aubrey Godfrey.
It's going to send Bailey Fox to the line for her attempts at her first 2 points of the evening.
This is the first. Makes the second. 10-point lead, 20 seconds left. Upper is going to get win number 1 in the Northern 10 and get back to 500 at 4-4. Deep 3 off the back iron. Offensive board, though. From the corner, off the side of the backboard, and that will do it. Upper Sandusky is on the board in the Northern 10. They defeat Mohawk 51-41. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Avita Home Health and Hospice post-game report.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Today's special Festivus presentation of high school hoops on the OH Report brought to you live and free thanks to our generous sponsors, Wilson Tire Company. At Wilson Tire Company, we sell new and used tires and provide tire services to customers in Upper Sandusky. No matter which location you visit, we'll prove that Wilson Tire Company is the best when it comes to tire services and alignment. Chris Daris, Edward Jones Financial Advisor, whether you're planning for retirement, saving for college, grandchildren, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you care about most, Chris can develop specific strategies to help you achieve your goals. Quest Federal Credit Union, a full-service financial institution ready to support you, your family, and your goals. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high-quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespan. Sycamore Telephone Company. STC proudly offers fiber optic internet in Mohawk and Upper Sandusky communities. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. And Spherion Mid-Ohio. Let us help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. We build real relationships with you so we can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free this afternoon.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
back here with our Quest Federal Credit Union player of the game, Brooke Finscali, 8 points on the second half. I'm Grace Walton, and I'll be conducting the interview today. So, how do you feel about the win? What would you say your favorite part of the game was?
Definitely the turnaround that we had after the first half. We had a good talk in the locker room, and yeah, I think we really turned it around. Played solid defense. Yeah, and took care of it.
It was a good third quarter. All right. How did you feel about all my turnovers today?
It happens to the best of us. Just move forward.
Okay. Okay. This is not basketball related. What do you want for Christmas? What do you ask for Christmas this year?
I'm really hoping for a pair of Panda Dunks.
Yeah, I'm getting a pair of Panda Dunks, so we can be matching.
Okay.
All right. So I think we're good here. You want to shout out anybody?
I want to give a shout out to my dad. He couldn't make it here tonight, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Thank you for watching. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Back here to wrap things up inside the Avita Home Health and Hospice post-game show. Travis back here with Josh as Upper Sandusky win number 1 in the Northern 10. They knock off Mohawk 51-41, and just a great second half by Upper Sandusky to pull away.
Yeah, 8 turnovers in the second half after 12 in the first half. A much better job offensively. They had 5 turnovers in the fourth, or 7 turnovers in the fourth quarter. My mistake. They only had 1 turnover in the third quarter, so kind of got sloppy again. Almost allowed Mohawk right back into this game. You heard from our MVP, Brooke Finscali, who knocked down a huge triple from the corner to kind of expand that lead, and then Grace, who did the interview tonight, knocks down a 3 to really put the nail in the coffin.
Let's take a look at those final stats. Once again, brought to you by Avita Home Health and Hospice. 7 threes from the Lady Rams. That is Upper Sandusky basketball, and that is Grace Walton basketball. All 5 of her field goals are from beyond the arc. She was 1 of 2 from the line for 16 points there, but you know, they had, I think it was 13 turnovers. They had 12 turnovers in the first half, 1 in the third quarter. Then they kind of got sloppy again with 7 in the fourth, but it was already out of hand then. 8 of 12 from the free throw line as well, 11 twos. The Warriors, they had more twos. They did not have as many threes, and that's your difference in the game, the three-point shooting.
Absolutely. Upper wants to shoot the 3 when Grace is hitting shots, when Brooke can knock down 1 or 2, and when Bryn Cundiff comes in, her only shot of the game is a triple in the first half. You're a dangerous team if you shoot 50% from 3, and that's exactly what Upper did today.
Individual scoring as we wrap things up. Gracie Klaus fouls out, but she still led the way with 20 points. Josie Granata with 7. Mia Miller with 6. Aubrey Gottfried with 4. Allison Russell and Katie Woodland both with 2. AJ Chavalier, who is the second leading scorer, 8.2 points per game. She was held scoreless in this one. As for Upper Sandusky, every player that touched the floor got in on the scorebook tonight. Grace Walton, like I said, 16 points, 5 threes, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Ellee Ham, our player spotlight, she comes out with 10 points. That's the balance we were talking about. She had 6 in the first half, 4 in the second half. Brooke Finscali, our MVP, she had 8 all in the second half. Addie Newman, 7 points. Madison Hart with 6. Bryn Cundiff with 3, and Bailey Fox with 1. Score by quarter. Upper Sandusky 15-10 after 1. Mohawk 17-8 after 2 for the 27-23 halftime lead. But then a 20-7 third quarter got Upper Sandusky out in front. They were able to cruise an 8-7 fourth quarter for your 51-41 victory. Both teams back in action after the Christmas break. Mohawk travels to Riverdale on the 28th for 7:30 tip-off. We're back here on Wednesday as Upper Sandusky hosts a very good Bellevue squad, live and free. Any final words for you, Josh, before we head out of here?
Fun game, exciting game. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. Enjoy it with your families, have fun.
And that will wrap things up here. And from all of us here at the OH Report, we would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy holidays. And we will see you back here on Wednesday as Upper Sandusky takes on Bellevue. But for now, for Josh Banks, for Madeline Suzuto, Adam Thompson, the birthday boy, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Upper Sandusky.